Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Tottenham on Saturday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. So in goal, I'm going to go with David De Gea. David De Gea has done really well so far this season. De Gea was in goal in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. De Gea was blameless for all of Liverpool's goals. De Gea made like 3 good saves in the game. He made a good save to deny Trent Alexander-Arnold. He also made good save to deny Salah and Firmino. We know De Gea is staying at Manchester United for at least this season, because in the summer De Gea decided to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks to fight for the starting place, and De Gea said he's determined to fight for his Old Trafford future. De Gea has made mistakes in the last couple of years, but he's made up for them mistakes so far this season. This season is De Gea's 11th season at Man United. So he's been a long servant. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. He's got under 2 years left on his contract and he receives £375,000 a week. He's won everything domestically at the football club and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. Right back, I'm going to go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Basaka played in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. Revert back to what I said before. I thought Basaka started well against Liverpool. As the game went on, he looked off the pace. And there is aspects of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's game that's got to improve. But despite that, I still think he's one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's always been superb. He's got to improve the attacking side of his game, and I think his positioning's got to improve more. This season is his 3rd full season at Man United. We got Basaka for $50 million from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. Now the centre-backs, I'm going to go with Raphael Varane if he's fit. Varane has recently been out with a groin injury. If Varane is not fit, I'm going to go with Eric Bailly. And the other centre-half, I'm going to go with Harry Maguire. But I hope Varane can play in this game. Varane has been a big miss for Manchester United. Varane's done well in a lot of the games he's played for Man United before he picked up that groin injury. But on the other side of things, he's had a couple of games where he's looked off the pace. We got Varane in a deal worth 41 million. Man United paid like 34 million up front. Varane has got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Varane to Manchester United was official just before kick-off against Leeds, which was the opening day. He's regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. And Harry Maguire, He was very poor in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. I think Maguire was accountable for 2 of Liverpool's goals. Don't forget, there was one part where Maguire got in a tangle with Luke Shaw, and that obviously led to Liverpool's second goal. Maguire did score against Atalanta the other week, but he failed to cover for Demiril's goal from the corner. Maguire was also very poor in the 4-2 defeat to Leicester. I heavily criticised Solskjaer for playing Harry Maguire against Leicester. He should have never played him. Solskjaer rushed him back too soon. Maguire made some howlers in the game against Leicester. Not so long ago, Maguire come back from a calf injury. He's been very poor so far this season, but he has had his good games at Manchester United. We overpaid for Maguire. We got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. At left-back, I'm going to go with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw played in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. Shaw was very poor in that game. He was accountable for 2 or 3 of Liverpool's goals. Shaw did have a chance in the game against Liverpool from long range, just went wide. It was a good effort. Shaw has been out of form so far this season. Where's the Luke Shaw from last season? Because last season, Luke Shaw was superb. He was far superior last season to how he has been so far this season. I'm sure as the season goes on, Shaw will regain his form. Shaw's been our first choice left back for a while, and he still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Telles. He's had a good career at Manchester United despite the injuries he's had. He's been at Man United for like 7.5 years, so he's been a long-serving player. He's got under 2 years left on his contract. At one point it said Man United were in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. Now, centre midfield, I'm going to go with Fred and McTominay. Fred, I've got my strong reservations about him. Manchester United need to sell Fred next year. Manchester United overpaid for Fred, got him for 50 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. I've got to make an admission though and say he was an exceptional player during his time in Ukraine. McTominay, I don't think he's good enough either, even though he has had good games at Manchester United. Maybe though McTominay needs more time at the club. You know, he's still young, got a lot of development in him. He's been part of the club for a long time as it stands. Just after the first lockdown last year, McTominay signed a 5-year contract with Man United. So reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Now the attacking midfielder, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes obviously played in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. Fernandes had an early chance against Liverpool, but he skied it. He should have done much better with that. Fernandes got 2 assists in Manchester United's 3-2 win against Atalanta the other week. He also got the assist for Mason Greenwood's stunning goal against Leicester earlier on in the season. You know, Fernandes is good at creating and he's also very good at scoring goals. Fernandes has been consistent in a lot of games for Manchester United, but on the other side of things, there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace. Fernandes starts the vast majority of Manchester United's games. He's been a Manchester United player for almost 2 years now. We got Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Last season he won Player of the Year, and he's won Player of the Month a few times, reflecting on his good performances. Earlier on in the season, Fernandes made it clear that he wants to stay at Manchester United. Earlier on in the season, it said Fernandes was close to signing a new 5-year contract with Man United worth £250,000 a week with the signing of Ronaldo. At the moment, he's under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. But Fernandes is one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. The left wing, I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford. Rashford played in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. I thought it was very, very poor against Liverpool. I thought his positioning was poor. Couldn't really get any runs in behind. And don't forget, Rashford played that horrendous back pass to Mohamed Salah. That could have been costly, because Salah could have scored that. But in the 2 games prior to the Liverpool game, Rashford did really well, because he scored in the 3-2 win against Atalanta. He also scored against Leicester on his comeback. After the game against Leicester, Rashford's camp were unhappy with Solskjaer, because Solskjaer told Rashford to prioritise his football instead of his off-pitch activities. Don't forget, Rashford was out with a shoulder injury for a while, and at one point he had to have an operation on his shoulder. But we need to keep Rashford on that left wing, because that's where he's mostly effective. He's far superior on the left wing to the right wing and up top. Rashford's been part of the club for a long time. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he's been in our senior squad since 2016. He's got a contract with Man United until 2023. Now, the right wing, I'm going to go with Jaden Sanchez. I think he'll come in for Mason Greenwood. It was obviously Greenwood that played against Liverpool. I thought he was our best player against Liverpool, to be honest with you. Greenwood did actually have a good chance, produced a good save from Alisson. That was the only save Alisson had to make for the entire game. Sancho didn't play against Liverpool. Sancho has endured a poor start to his Manchester United career. And reflecting on that, there's been United fans getting on Sancho's back. But I do think Solskjaer is to blame for Sancho's poor performances. Because when Solskjaer plays Sancho, he persistently plays him out of position. He puts him on the left wing. Yes, he can play on the left wing, but Sancho's far superior on the right wing to the left wing, because the right wing is Sancho's predominant position. You can also play Sancho through the middle. And I said Sancho will do well at Man United, providing that he's used correctly. It does take some players time to settle in though. Earlier on this season, Borussia Dortmund warned Man United about the Jaden Sancho problem. Dortmund's CEO came out and said that Sancho's lack of game time at Man United is hurting my soul. We got him for 78 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till June 2026. There's an option of a further year. And Centre forward, I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo obviously played in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. Ronaldo did score, but the goal got disallowed. From my perspective, the goal should have stood because Ronaldo looked onside. Ronaldo was lucky not to be sent off against Liverpool because he kicked Curtis Jones. Ronaldo looks very frustrated. Ronaldo scored the winning goal against Atalanta the other week, so he saved us in that game. He also saved us against Villarreal earlier on in the season. Ronaldo played in the 4-2 defeat to Leicester. He was anonymous for the vast majority of that game. In the 4-2 defeat to Leicester, Ronaldo tried to storm off the pitch, but Solskjaer stopped him. Prior to the Leicester game, Ronaldo informed Solskjaer that he wants to play in every single league game. Don't forget, Ronaldo got named Premier League Player of the Month for September. Ronaldo has scored 6 goals in all competitions so far since he re-signed. He's done well since he re-signed. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. Ronaldo's under contract to Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. We got him for 19.8 million with add-ons included, and he wears the number 7 shirt. So that's how I think Manchester United could line up against Tottenham this Saturday. Obviously, Paul Pogba is not going to be playing any part. Pogba has got a 3-match suspension. Pogba got sent off in Man United's 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. The reason he got sent off was because of that 2-footed challenge on Naby Keita. Pogba didn't start against Liverpool, and I criticised Solskjaer for not starting Pogba against Liverpool because I thought he should have started. But he did come on as a substitute. Now, I give you the news on Paul Pogba yesterday. Mark Ogden came out and said that Paul Pogba can leave for free next summer after accepting that the midfielder will not sign a contract. Paul Pogba wants Solskjaer sacked. Pogba rubbishes report to Solskjaer. He recently said that Pogba snubbed Solskjaer after the Liverpool defeat and contract talks were put on hold. Martial, I think he's still out with injury, but I think he's close to returning. It's already been confirmed that Solskjaer will be in charge for the Tottenham game. Defeat to Tottenham should sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It said yesterday Solskjaer could be in his final week as Man United boss as the pressure mounts. Man United have given Solskjaer 3 games to save his job. And Manchester United will have to pay Solskjaer 7.5 million if they decide to sack him. Now, Manchester United need to bounce back from that 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. After the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool, Solskjaer came out and he refused to resign. And Solskjaer said it was his darkest day as a manager. Obviously, Man United stars have lost faith in Solskjaer, and Solskjaer's also losing the fans. Solskjaer is now fighting to save his job. We haven't won a league game since we beat West Ham 2-1 earlier on in the season, so Man United are winless in their last 4 league games now. Tottenham, they beat Burnley 1-0 yesterday in the Carabao Cup. They lost their last league game though to West Ham 1-0. Tottenham are sitting 6th in the Premier League at the moment. Tottenham's manager is Nuno Santo. And he's on thin ice, just like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is at Manchester United. Tottenham appointed Nuno Santo in the summer. He's got a contract with Tottenham until 2023. I thought Nuno Santo was a good manager when he was at Wolves. He endured 4 years at Wolves. He got Wolves to 2 7th place finishes. He got Wolves up to the Premier League from the Championship, and he got Wolves to the FA Cup semi-final for the first time in 21 years. Nuno Santo left Wolves at the end of last season. Before Nuno Santo, Tottenham had Jose Mourinho. Obviously, they sacked Jose Mourinho last season. And before that, Tottenham had Mauricio Pochettino. I think Tottenham made a mistake sacking Pochettino, because I thought Pochettino was a good manager for them, despite him not winning anything at Tottenham. Pochettino endured a 5.5-year tenure with Tottenham, and analysing the vast majority of his tenure, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. And in 2018, Pochettino guided Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final. So there you go. And Pochettino, I'm hearing, is still Man United's number 1 choice if Man United sack Solskjaer. Pochettino is highly rated by Alex Ferguson. When Pochettino was managerless, he was in talks with Man United. Pochettino is now the PSG boss. Tottenham have got some very, very good players, like I mentioned on the preview and that and my predictions. Obviously, Tottenham have got Heung-min Son. He'll be in contention to play in this game. Good players, Heung-min Son. I highly rate him. Tottenham have also got Dele Alli, one of their key players. I think he'll be in contention to play in this game. Tottenham have also got Lucas Moura. He's good as well. I think he'll play in this game. They've also got Steven Bergwijn. He's made an impact at Tottenham. Tottenham have also got Harry Kane. I like Harry Kane a lot. Harry Kane was regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. Harry Kane has been at Tottenham for 17 years, so he's been a very long-serving player. Came up their academy in that. Kane's got a contract with Tottenham until 2024. Back in 2018, Harry Kane signed a 6-year contract. He receives around £200,000 a week. Kane won the Golden Boot last season, didn't he? The end of last season, there was reports saying that Kane put a transfer request in at Tottenham. And there was quite a few clubs that made contact with Kane's representatives. Kane said a few times that obviously he's unhappy at Tottenham because he wants to win trophies and he's not been experiencing this at Spurs. Tottenham have also got Emerson Royal. They brought him in the summer transfer window from Barcelona. Tottenham have also got Cristiano Ronaldo. They got him in the summer transfer window. Was it from Atalanta? Tottenham have also got Pape Sarr. Well, they got him in the summer transfer window, but they've loaned him out until the end of the season. Tottenham have also got Brian Gill, brought him in the summer transfer window. They've also got Harry Winks. They've got Giovanni Lo Celso as well. They've also got Oliver Skip. They've got Jack Clark. They've got quite a lot of defenders as well of Tottenham. They've got Sergio Reguilon. They've got Matt Doherty. Matt Doherty's just come back from injury. They got Matt Doherty from Wolves. They've also got Ryan Sessegnon. He's a left back for Tottenham. I think he's out with injury at the moment. They've also got Højbjerg, who I think they got from Southampton. They've got Ben Davis. They've got Joe Rodon. They've got Eric Dyer. And they've also got Davinson Sanchez. I think Davinson Sanchez is a right back. And Tottenham's first choice goalkeeper is Hugo Lloris. Spurs let quite a few players go in the summer transfer window, didn't they? They let Serge Aurier go. They let Sissoko go. They also offloaded Eric Lamela. They offloaded Toby Alderweireld. And they also offloaded Danny Rose. And they offloaded other players as well. Manchester United won this fixture last season, 3-1. Manchester United come from behind, but went 1-0 down in the game. Tottenham beat Man United 6-1 at Old Trafford last season. That was the first time I think Man United had lost 6-1 at Old Trafford since the 6-1 defeat to Tottenham back in 2011. There's been some very good games between Man United and Tottenham over the years. The classic ones were the 5-3 against Tottenham back in 2001. We overcame a 3-goal deficit in that game. And the 5-2 game against Tottenham in 2009 when Man United overcame a 2-goal deficit. So there you go. And Man United have done transfer business with Tottenham before. We got Michael Carrick off them a lot of years ago. And we also got Dimitar Berbatov off them. So anyway guys, there'll be more videos coming up soon. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.